I was just 80% through an entire rant and my computer died. And I don't even know how because it was plugged in. Yes! I love when that happens. It's like my favorite thing. If you ever get me anything for my birthday, get me that. Sorry. Vegas, I mean, listen, it was a great time. It was fun. But of course, before I go there, I'm like, I'm going to go to the gym and the hotel. I'm going to go to breakfast. I'm going to go sit by the pool. And then maybe I'll start drinking at 5 when we start going out to dinner. Whatever. No, that would never happen. I don't even know what I was thinking. I don't even know if I don't know if they pump alcoholism into the casinos to get you to get drunk and to gamble all your money away. But I don't even know if I had a sip of water. I think I only had alcohol from pretty much the time I woke up until the time I fell asleep. And I didn't drink, I didn't like abuse it to the point where I was blacking out and being belligerent. But there's just something about Vegas. I don't know what else to tell you. Then when I get home, it's almost like you want to stay there. I'm telling you, they pump it through the air conditioning. They pump alcoholism. I don't know the formula. I don't know who created it. But there's something out there that makes you an alcoholic in Vegas. And then it's almost like you want to stay there because you're like, as soon as I stop drinking alcohol, I'm going to probably die from a liver seizure. And of course, that did happen because as soon as I got home and stopped drinking alcohol, I didn't know if my heart was going to continue to beat. I had pains in my chest that I didn't even know I had. I didn't even know I had parts of my body in that part of my chest. I just thought it was an open area. And I was so dehydrated, I thought I was going to fizzle up and turn into a pile of dust and fall to the floor and just blow away into the wind. I was extreme. I told you I didn't have a sip of water. And I just drank alcohol for 4 straight days. Again, good time, great dinners. But I'm healed now. I'm not drinking for a very long time, and I'm hydrated again. I mean, my cheeks might have grown 3 inches out, but whatever. At least I feel good. But yeah, it was a long 4 days. And the only other thing I'll mention about it, and what really pissed me off, was one night I'm sitting there buzzed, and I'm like, all right, I got to go. Let's get some sushi. We haven't had sushi on this trip. All right, let's do it. So I go upstairs. We go upstairs. We find this place, and this is when I should have known. This is exactly the time where I should have turned my ass around and said, let's just go to the fucking food court, because I've already dropped like $6 billion on dinners. Let's just go to the food court tonight. Get a chicken sandwich, okay? Because it's all going to taste the same anyway. Because I'm drunk at this point. So we go to this, and it's a secret elevator. That's what I should have known. A secret elevator with this girl dressed in Japanese garb brings us up, puts us in this room. I'm sitting next to these like really well-to-do people. I'm in sandals and shorts. That's why I thought there's no way that this is a really nice restaurant because of what I'm wearing. They wouldn't let me in. But this is Vegas. They don't care. They just want your money. So get up there, get a drink, sit down at the bar. There's only 8 people. Then they tell me, oh, there's only 8 people 2 times a night. I'm like, well, this is going to be expensive as fuck, isn't it? Yeah. And we're like overlooking Vegas, these like sushi, like really, every time I went to sit down, there was somebody there, like, let me take your seat out. It was like too much. If you walked to the bathroom, they like held your hand and walked you there. It was ridiculous. It was like, okay, I get it. Thanks for the service. But how much is this bullshit? $1,000 plus $200 tip plus the drinks were like $50 a pop. And it was like warm Wagyu whiskey martini, tasted like shit, didn't even enjoy it, left $1,300 dinner. Now, if you have a $13 dinner, fine, but it better be a half a cow, and I better be bringing 16 to-go boxes home, not leaving hungry trying to go to Burger King right afterwards. I could have went to a smorgasbord afterwards. I was so damn hungry. Unbelievable. And yeah, it was salmon from the semi-frigid waters of the Himalayan mountains upon the Tibetan coast. But it wasn't that good. I could have had salmon. I could have had salmon in my refrigerator that tasted this goddamn same. 19 courses. It was 19 pieces of sushi between 2 people. Well, no, it was 19 pieces of sushi each for $1,300. That is a scam. It is a scam. I don't care where the sushi came from. Now, this is where I segue into what I actually want to talk about today. And I'll make it quick because I don't have a lot of time myself. And it's Sunday, and I got to get this video out more realistically because it's 6:50 and people are going to sleep. And I'm only going over JAGX. But it is very important to listen to what I'm about to talk about. The guys who have these paid for sites, paid for programs, paid for, what do they call it? Like, you know, it's the same idea. It's the same makeup of Hustlers University and Andrew Tate. It's guys charging you to tell you what you can easily figure out on your own goddamn time. It's like college charging you $500,000 to go there and learn about ballerinas and gender studies and liberal arts, okay? It's the same idea. It's meaningless. You can find the same shit on YouTube for free, but guess what? You might have to work a little bit. You might have to take some time and do your own work. I know you don't want to hear that. And I know that's why when, you know, I say things like, don't listen to these guys, they're scamming you. The pride sets in and you're like, nah, I'm paying for a reason because it's really helping me. No, it's not. And I don't know if this guy who I was talking about today had Hassy Trades or whatever. I don't know. The shit he posts on Twitter doesn't look that complicated. Doesn't look that informative. Again, the process is simple. It's risk management. It's managing your downside. It's not like these charts that have lines like this. That's not it. It's not 19 different indicators in the perfect sequence. So all the numbers that are going. No, it's basic as fuck. And you can learn it on YouTube. My friend Luke just started trading. I haven't had to teach him a goddamn thing. He just goes on YouTube and takes 5 minutes and he's already making money. Why would you pay some guy $100 a month or whatever it is to tell you what you should already know or what's basic? Put it this way. Have you ever heard of a multi-millionaire being like, somebody interviewing him and being like, well, sir, like, where'd you get your money or how'd you make your money? Has anyone ever on this planet said, Hassy Trades or anybody else? I don't want to throw him under the bus because I don't even know. Maybe I'll take that out. Maybe he is really helpful. But I've seen his stuff and it's not that helpful. But I'm saying, has any one of those people ever said, wow, I got it. Dude, I joined this like Hustlers University, bro. Like I joined this this guy, like this paid for like seminar, dude. I pay for that and like, you know, I just pay $100 a month and it's like turned me into a multi-billionaire. No, you have to put in the work. If it's on Amazon, you have to be the one that goes out and figures out how to get better than everybody on Amazon. It's failure, success. But people don't want to do that. They don't want to fail. They want it to come immediately. That is what America is all about. Instant gratification. They don't want to put in the work. They just want everything handed to them. And I'm telling you, that is not how the market works. You could not just follow somebody and make money. It's not going to happen. You're going to lose. You're going to lose everything. Look at all these pumpers that are online. Look at all these pumpers that are online that are telling you, oh, you just have to find 3 OTC stocks, and I have them that are going to make you $2 million. If it was that easy, everybody would do it and everybody be a goddamn millionaire, but not. The truth stands true, and only the truth will be told, and the truth is that if you don't put in the work and you just follow other people, you will end up like 99% of every single trader that's ever tried to do it, broke, hungry, on the street, divorced, no kids, in a ditch, shooting heroin and trying to text trannies and weird transvestites because you're so down on your luck. Okay? I can't lie to you. I also don't charge anybody for anything. Not that I'm some genius, because none of us are. It doesn't take a genius. I tell you it again. It's risk management. It's being able to minimize your downside. I miss all the time. I make the wrong calls all the time. But I know when the thing's not working, I got to get out of it. Most people just listen to these guys and they hold on to it, and then they go down 50%. Now they're bag holding, and they either lose all their money in it or they wait for it to pop back up, and then they don't sell it up there either, and it just continues to go down, and then they reverse split you into oblivion, and then you're left with nothing. I'm just saying, man, if you're going to follow somebody like Livy. The Titan traders, because he gives back to the community. He could make an extra 50 grand a month, I'm sure, or whatever it is. Maybe not 50 grand. I don't know. I don't know how many people are in his Discord, but he could charge for his Discord. Why doesn't he? Because he makes money in the market. Anybody that's actually making money in the market doesn't need to do a little $100 sermon or what. I can't think of the word. I keep using the wrong word, but you get what I'm trying to say. He gives money back. Because I know him and I know he makes a lot of money in the market. He's a professional trader. This is all he does. I don't charge anybody, and again, it's not like I'm some guru. None of us are. It's just that we understand when to let go, when to hold them, when to fold them. It's the same thing in any form of gambling. So that's my rant. I'm sweating now. But it pisses me off beyond belief because scams. Everything in this country is a scam now. Everything. And it's under the guise of we're just trying to help you. Like the government. We're just taxes. Don't you want to have roads? I don't want to have roads in Israel. Okay, I'm done. But it's just everything is a scam and there's so many suckers. There's so many suckers that are willing to do whatever it takes besides their own work. JAGX. I don't know. It fires me up. I hate scams. I hate scammers. I kind of want to just lead an army to Nigeria and just burn it to hell and then go around and find all these guys that are all the pumpers and all the pumper clowns and just frickin' rip their teeth out and feed it to their children. Sorry. I feel very strongly about this. So this is the only stock I'm going to talk about, or you know what? I'll talk about a few, okay? And I'll just give you the idea of what's happening in the market right now. Look, JAGX is down from my call. Around 4. I think I'm in at 395, okay? So, I'm down big. I have a lot of money in it. I'm down 10 grand. I'm not really that concerned because of this. This is trying to hit this bottom band. The bottom band is at 349. That's where it's getting sucked to. Your middle band's at 385 and your top band's at 420. You don't want to start riding this bottom band. You want it to bounce off this bottom band because if it starts riding it down and you get this is where indicators can play a part, because right now we're pinching here. You can either pinch and open this way or you can pinch and open this way. The reason why I think it's going to pinch and open this way is because of the impending phase 3. Now the question is, has that carrot already been chewed on? Because she's been telling people about this phase 3 for months and months and years, and it just hasn't happened. And I don't know if she's lying. I don't know if it's just taking longer than it should. But sometimes if they repeat the same pump or give you a date multiple times, it doesn't have the same effect. Whereas it's the first time and it's out of the blue, she's phase 3 is only a month away. Then that could, I'm telling you, all these things are psychological things in the market that you have to know. But that's what I'm gauging here. That's what I'm thinking about here is this not really going to have the same effect? Is it going to get a run up into it because of the fact that they've been waiting for this for 5 years and it could finally be the time? Is it a good thing that they just reverse split at, I think it started at $10 and came all the way down to now at 358? Yes. Do I think they're diluting? Yes. Do I think they have a 75 million share ATM open? Yes. Do I think that they might be lying about the phase 3 results? Yes. But again, how is the market going to react? Not what I think. What is the general public? Are they going to buy into that catalyst and push the price up? I believe so. I do think so because of the fact that this is a cold stock. It's well known. A lot of people know about it. And you got some big names on that board, pumpers or maybe just normal people, but with a lot of followers. So that's what I'm going with. Do I give one shit if this is real or not? No. Because if it is, then I'll just buy back in real quick or whatever if the price starts to go up. But I think this is going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news. I don't know. Okay, I with any of these penny stocks, I just bet the worst because it's always the worst. It's super rare that it's the best. So I'm just always like, oh, there's going to be a delay. They're going to get the results back and they're going to suck. You know, that's what I bet on. I never bet on like it's going to run 12,000% on this news. Because usually it doesn't. The only time it does that is if it's blindsided news at the bottom when, you know, nobody's paying attention. It's like, oh, boom. But when it's like, oh, it's coming, it never comes. Okay. But that doesn't mean that I don't think that we can at least get back to 420. My goal was 8. I haven't liked the trading, but in reality, I'm only down 8%. That could literally one good solid day could put me green, could put everybody green. So that's why it's like, you just kind of got to watch this now. I've taken my, stop loss from 349 as that is the bottom round, and I'll put it at 339. That's only an extra $2,500 for me. I don't really care about that. I'm willing to risk that downside in order to stay in this, to see if it bounces off this 349. And if it does, because of the fact that it's June 30th and the market, I think there's only 30 days in June. July starts, yeah, I'm pretty sure July starts tomorrow. So, you know, you only got, you got a short week this week. You got 4 days, or I think it might be 3.5. And then by next week, then you're starting to get into the teens of July and you're like, okay, the 23rd is right around the corner. So I think maybe not this week with people going on vacation, but the week after, and so we might see some downside here, but the week after I think is when the stock at least starts to rise into the 4s, 5s. If not, then summer is shot and there's no point in trading. Okay, so that's JAGX. That's the one that, and you know, your max gain is up here. That's why I drew out that line. But as you can see from this watch list, like the stocks that I've been looking at, most of them are red. Here, we'll do this. Sometimes change percentage. Okay, yeah, so that's going to start there. So none of these, oh, COSM went up a lot. Just over, I don't even know what happened. News probably came out. But as you can see, these are all chip stocks. That's why they look like, oh, they're up so much, but they're not. They're all bullshit stocks. Some of these aren't. But those are your green stocks. Now you're getting into your 2%, basically break even. Then you have break even. And then you have red. As you can see, I've been scrolling a lot longer on the red. And, you know, this is just my watch list. But a lot of stocks have been getting destroyed. Nike was down 25%. I mean, you know, the summer is just not a good time. And then you had the fact that we're not under the rule of a retard because Biden is just a puppet. Trump, I hate to break it to you, but Trump is a puppet. Bush was a puppet, Obama was a puppet. They just get in there and do what they're told. Some have different rhetorics and different ways of expressing it. But that's why they loved Biden, because he was like, applesauce, I'm an astronaut, and then would sign the document. Trump's not exactly like that. He probably pushes back on some issues, but he will do whatever the frick you tell him as long as it's beneficial to his campaign or his lifestyle or his business dealings. And that's how they got him hooked. Every one of his funders, every one of the people that are, that's why I don't like Trump. Is because he's Israeli money, just like every other one of them. I'm sorry, but dude, we send more money to Israel than we do to our own homeless. This is a joke. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this country and just being an absolute joke to the rest of the world. And then everybody talks shit on Xi and Putin, and they're like normal. And we're like, I can't get into that tonight. I've already talked for long enough. I really just want to go over JAGX. I'm sure there's other ones that I probably want to talk about, but again, it's getting late. I've been talking for way too long. So I'll put another video out this week. Just wanted to get that off my chest about the scammers today and give you my thoughts on JAGX. So let me shut this bad boy down. And I don't know. I'm going to see that car tomorrow. And what's the deal with, okay, is my hair that gay? It's like borderline my natural color. I just don't get it. It's like, so what? If you dye your hair, you're immediately gay? I've never understood that because I don't have, I mean, I don't have many gay friends, but I do know gay people and they don't dye their hair. So I don't know why this is like my natural color when I was born. And I like it. I get it for free. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I just think it's funny. Just like the fact that I'm about to get a white on white car. Is that gay? Do I need to change my name to Rick Ross? Do I look like a Jewish retiree in Florida? I don't know. Maybe I am a gay, what would that be? A gay black old man? I don't know. But if that's what I am, that's what I am. So I'll talk to you guys this week.